Hey there. So how's it going? It's hump day, Wednesday. So we are live on the Angela Wolf Facebook and YouTube, but we are also being shared on the Brother page because we are still doing our apron sew-along today. And I have to confess, I don't have all my pieces cut out, but Molly's been walking me through it. So I have Molly and Reen that are going to join for the show today. We're going to sew a part of the apron live. Remember, this is a sew-along. And then Amy is going to join us at the end of the show because she turned this denim dress into just the coolest pantsuit. But you've seen her in the Angela Wolf pattern group. You've seen her all over. She has made so many of my patterns. So I thought you'd like to meet her in person. So welcome, everyone. I see the whole wolf pack rolling in. Hello. And what a fun day. It's gorgeous here in Southwest Michigan. So if you've never been to behind the scenes or any of our live shows, say hi, say where you're from. Your comment will put you into an entry for a sewing machine. We are giving away another Brother sewing machine this Friday at noon. So, okay, real quick before I bring the girls up, quite a few of you said you want one place to find all the links for this apron sew-along. So if you go to angelawolf.com, there's a lot of places, but I put all of the videos that we've done in order on the same blog post. So if you go to angelawolf.com, click on the blog, it should be the first blog. I kept it at the top. And you'll see Molly's apron, a link to her area, to her website. Then you can watch the videos from the last couple days, and then the next 2 days. And then Reen is making something really cool, which she'll talk about. I put a link so you can download all the files. That's coming tomorrow. So I'm keeping it all in one blog post, so you can't miss it. So, of course, there's other places you can go to the other girls' websites too, but I know you wanted one place for the videos. So, all right, well, let's not make these girls wait any longer. I've got Reen and Molly. Good morning or good afternoon. I don't know what it is. It's actually technically afternoon. Hi, Reen. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Everyone's, if you haven't seen the show for the last few days, we've got Reen Wilcoxson from Embroidery Garden, and we have Molly Madison from Molly Madison Designs. Is that what you call it, Molly? I keep calling it. It's Molly Made.
Right. Molly Made.
Molly Made. All right, let me just see if I'm making sure we have sound everywhere before. So I've started cutting my pattern. It's looking really good. So everybody's saying hi to you guys, and you can all hear me, right? Wonderful. All right. So everybody's saying hi to you too. Molly, what's on the Richter scale for today? What do I have?
Well, you should have A, B, C, and D cut out.
Okay.
Those 4 pieces, that's what we're going to sew today.
All right, let me go look and make sure that my camera's on. Reen, what are you working on today?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to be showing my zipper. I'm sorry, it's not a zipper scissor case this time. It's the little snap scissor case. And I stitched another one yesterday. This one I did in a thin cork. So I thought that looks pretty cool. And I used metallic thread on it.
I want to see that one. Let me see it. I was hooking up my camera. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, that's cute. Now, that's the one I have the file for on the blog, right? That
right.
They can go download?
This is the one I'm going to demo tomorrow.
Oh, Patricia's waiting to make your flowers. Oh, did Reen freeze on us? You can usually tell if somebody freezes because they quit moving. We'll bring Reen back up as soon as there she is. She got her. There you are, Reen. All right, so I think I have let me make sure I have all my cameras working. Yep. So Molly, before I do that, Reen, will you just give a little bit more? There was a few questions yesterday about your flower that she showed on your apron. Do you still have that around, Molly, that you could show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can grab the apron too right here.
Because I know that there were quite a few questions about that, and I thought I would just have you show them.
All right. Well, there was a couple of different, Molly had a different flower that she put up on the bib. They're the same flower from the flowers from the same set. And mine is just like I put it on the corner. They're dimensional flowers. This one snaps on so that it can be taken off and the apron can be washed. But the one that Molly has on the bib of hers, both of hers are the same, from the same set. They're the mega layered flowers.
Those
And
are
you
really
use Fabric Magic or, you know, some product like that that will actually, when steam hits it, it's going to shrink it up a little bit and give it a lot of texture.
That's really cool. Do you have any tutorials on your blog or anything for that, Reen?
You know, no, but I do provide detailed written instructions with all of my designs.
That's all you need then.
Yeah, I mean, these are super simple to do. Very, very easy.
And Molly's holding up the other one. Oh, not anymore. You were. I'm watching from over here. I'm
But
getting my
flower
ready to sew with you guys. I mentioned that I broke my needle threader. Does somebody want to loan me like a magnifying glass so I can get this threaded? Hold on.
I know they make a little tool. I think I have one.
I need to
I have
just
a couple sitting around.
I think if my dealer opens up, I'm going to be driving my machine to the dealer this weekend. It's worth driving a million miles to get this fixed.
Definitely.
All right. I think you guys, I can see this now. Let me just make sure. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm ready to sew. Are you guys ready to show me?
Yep.
Okay. So the first thing is I have my cutting area. So I'm going to just make this bigger. So look at all that mess. All right, Molly, I have, let's see. You said I need piece A.
Uh-huh.
So I know a lot of other people are doing this. That's piece A. And then
Wait, piece A is a little piece. It's the key loop.
Oh, I didn't cut that one. Okay. So this is piece B. Do you like that color on there, you think, with the polka dots?
Yeah.
All right. So for the first little section that we're doing, do I need piece A, B, C, or D? Which one?
Well, let's do A first. And
All right.
I have a little demonstration I can show you at my table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me bring you up. I want to see this. So this is the loop, right?
Yeah, I need to move over to my table first.
Okay. Go ahead, move to your table. I'm going to bring Reen up. So this is so funny. Everybody said, are you really going to sew the apron? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sew the apron. And I think it's going to be awfully cute too. So I'm going to go back over here and cut while Molly's getting ready. And Reen, you just answer comments for me. How's that?
All right. If I could see them.
You can't see them. Well, can you see me though on here okay?
Yeah, I can see you fine. All right. I got my phone here that I can look at some comments.
All right. So the next thing that I need is the piece that's 5 inches by 15 inches. That should be pretty easy. I actually put a new, you guys would be proud of me, my rotary cutter, I put a new blade on it, so I won't be skipping stuff this time. All right, so 15, do I have enough? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jenny sends her love to you, Angela. We've got Denise from Cocoa, Florida. A couple people from Florida, Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, hey, speaking of Melbourne, Florida, I got my fabric, which I haven't emailed her yet to let her know how beautiful. I bought some fabric last week from one of the brother dealers down there. And I have to tell you, it's a silk and cotton blend. It is so luxurious. I'll show you guys it at the end. I was absolutely floored. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. 5 by 15. Here we go, 5 by 15. Now, when I'm making clothes, I can whip through these so fast. I don't know what it is about doing something different. All right, and then the key loop is only 4 by 2. I'm just using the same. I'm going to use this fabric, even though I'll probably for my apron, I'm going to use black. But I'm going to use this because I think everybody will see it just a little bit better. Don't you think? I think black is kind of hard to see on camera. All right, so 4 by 2 1.5.
Lee says she's glad that she's not the only one that walks around the sewing room 20 times before she finally gets all of her stuff together.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, yesterday I wanted to show, I was popping into our couture jacket class, and I wanted to show something real quick on the sewing machine. I could not find my screwdriver to switch my machine over for the life of me. Still haven't found it. All right, so the last thing I need is 72 by 4 for the waist strap. I wonder if I have enough. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter as long as it's on like maybe the selvage or something. I can cut it like that, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, I'm cutting that. I'm going to bring Molly up to show her demo. I think she's ready for us now. She sure is. All right, Molly, come and join the party. Can you hear us okay, Molly?
I sure can.
Okay, great.
We're going to start with piece A, which is just that 2.5 by 4 inch key loop piece. Here it is flat. All we're going to do is press it to the center and then press each side to the center and fold those edges together. So then we end up with one little strip. We're going to take that to the sewing machine and stitch 1/8 inch, 1/8 from each edge, a top stitch. Once you've done that, you're going to attach your key loop to it, fold it in half, and then just tack it together at the top. And something I like to do to decrease the bulk, because this is going to be stitched underneath the waist strap, and if it's really thick, you're going to have a lot to go over. So sometimes what I do is I pull it apart like this and just tack it together at the top, and you'll have kind of like a V loop down there. Now, some other things you could do. I told you could cut marine vinyl to use for this piece.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to use on mine. I have 2 pieces of marine vinyl, and I top stitch some black, a triple stitch down each side just for a decoration, and made 2 of them. And if you don't have two of these lobster clasps like this, you could use something else like a D-ring. A D-ring will work. Or if you have a split key laying around, you could use one of those to hang things on. The instructions say you could just use one, and if you bought the pattern, the hard copy, you just get one of these lobster clasps. But if you have something laying around, you could definitely make two places for you to hang things on. And
so that marine vinyl you're talking about, my brother-in-law actually owns a marine supply store, and I found a whole section in the back of his store I didn't even know about. That is loaded with marine vinyl, faux leather. I'm gonna have so much fun with that.
Wow, that's awesome. I wanted to point out this foot here. This foot, this brother foot, it's called a bi-level foot, and there's a left and a right. And I like to use this when I have a thick fabric and I'm going to do a top stitch, because it has this groove on the bottom that my fabric will roll along. And I can get pretty close to the edge without my fabric rolling out from under the foot. I just wanted to tell you about this foot because it's so awesome. It's SA103, and then there's an SA104. One is a left and one is a right foot. So say that again, SA103 and SA104? Yeah. I have both. I have the right and the left, so they can slide. You know, the other one is opposite, can slide right along there so nicely.
Do you know, I think I have those in
I also
here.
cut a piece of cork.
Oh, yeah, you do have a piece of cork. I actually use that
to show you
for sewing jeans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that foot.
I like that cork. Everybody's saying they like the create part too. Okay, so that's all we need to do for the keyhole. That's pretty easy. Lorraine says she loves marine vinyl. I agree. Everyone says oh, hey, Caroline. How are you?
Hi, Caroline.
Kay wants to know, is that for edge stitching? that foot?
It's called a bi-level foot. So I use it on the edge of fabric. So I guess you could call it an edge foot. I don't know
Yeah.
what its official name is.
If Joanne's in here, she knows. She knows. She has. I always tell her, I'm like, how do you remember the names of all these? All right, so that's very cute. All right, Molly. So I have. Oh, I forgot. You're still looking at my cutting table. I've pressed my pieces. I've got the one piece, 72, 35 something. This is my little key ring. I might actually. I'll sew this one for key ring, but I might actually use that marine vinyl because I have some here that's a burgundy color, and then I have this piece here.
Do you have your neck strap cut?
Yeah, which piece is that one?
That's B. It's 35 by 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that one has to be pressed the same way that I said to do the key loop.
Okay, I was cutting. So let me do, you pressed it. Let me put you up here big. You fold it in half once and press, right?
Right. And then folded each edge into the center and fold it again.
Okay.
So you do that, and then you top stitch along both sides, just like the key loop.
All right. I'm bringing you guys back up here. All right, I'm going to press. Reen?
Well, I saw a question about the little scissor case. Then when I said I used a thin cork, and someone asked if there's different types of cork. This one is just a really thin type. I got it at a brother dealer when I did an event. You don't want to use the regular type cork. That's way too thick. I tried using a vinyl yesterday on one, and that was too thick. I couldn't even turn it. But this one was a little tricky to turn, but you know, it worked. It's a really thin cork. Maybe you can see how thin it is on the little tab that I put on.
I can see it. I can actually see it from here, and I'm over in the pressing corner.
But we're going to be doing this tomorrow. So get the files downloaded, have all of your pieces cut out. I've got all mine here ready for tomorrow. I've got my stabilizer hooped, and I even have my machine threaded, and the design is loaded. So I'm all ready. So if you guys want to stitch along tomorrow, be ready.
I'm pressing this right now, and I have to tell you, because this fabric is a cotton, I'm using the tailor's clapper, and this is like a perfect application for that.
Oh, it sure is. I use my clapper all the time.
I had to use the clapper on this cork too to get it nice and flat.
Did it work on the cork?
Yeah. I iron cork. I mean, you can iron it. Use a press cloth, you know, just in case, but I got it all nice and flat. You can see the edge, and that was from using the clapper.
All right, so do you use a, what do you call it, needle, the plate that goes on the iron?
Yes. The shoe?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, I definitely use one of those, and I use it because I saw you have one on your iron before.
Oh, I love it because I can press faux leather, anything like that.
Right.
Where do you find the pattern for the scissor case? Hey, Connie, I put everything for the pattern. Go to angelawolf.com on the blog, and I have links to both of the girls' stuff. What are you sewing, Molly?
I didn't know if you could hear me. I wanted to catch up and go ahead and do both edges of my neck strap, so I can show you what to do next.
I'm going to go sew mine right now. So you guys want to follow along? I'll go ahead and bring myself up here. I'll put Molly on mute for a sec so you can just hear my machine. So here is, let's see which camera. There you go. So I think I have this ready. It's threaded. I'm just going to use an off-white thread for now. I just need to bring my machine a little bit lower so it's flush. All right, let's see if I can throw this in there. All right, I'm ready. So I'm supposed to stitch down each side, right? Oh, Molly's up. Hey, Molly. Right. Okay.
I answered you, but you could hear me.
Oh,
yes, 1/8 inch from each edge. I'm almost done sewing here.
And Patricia wants to know what an iron shoe is.
An iron shoe is a metal. It's like well, you can also get paper ones. I prefer the metal one. It's basically a piece of metal that wraps on the bottom of your iron and protects your fabric from the, it's like I call it magic because it seriously protects your fabric.
I iron batting.
Do what?
I iron batting and it doesn't, stick or do anything to it.
Awesome.
I've ironed full leather knits. I love it on knits because a lot of times you can't stitch on knits. You'll burn the fabric. Okay, if anybody has ever had a triangle mark on their fabric or their back from pressing, the iron shoe prevents that. So Molly, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this, but I'm doing this like almost like a 1/4 of an inch in, more like a decoration, or am I supposed to be closer to the edge? Does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. You could do whatever you want, just as long as it stays together.
A decorative stitch would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Oops, let me bring you down here just a little bit closer. All right, and let's go down this side. I hope you guys are sewing along, by the way.
Ellie wants to know, what iron setting do you use to iron cork? I usually have my iron on medium, but, always test. Definitely test.
Probably a good idea to use a pressing cloth too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Unless you have the iron shoe, you really don't need it.
Oh, right. I don't have one.
Just by themselves, by the way, I think I have a couple of extras around here that I had purchased to use on different irons that just because I like it on all my irons. Because I use different irons for different purposes. All right, so can you see that okay? Is it clear? Clear enough?
Helen says she loves your polka dots.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, and by the way, just for the record, before we finish, I'll show you, I cut out the apron and I made sure that Paris was right in the middle. All right, so Dalia, you're working and watching. All right, what's next, Molly?
Okay. Did you do your little key loop?
No. Was I supposed to?
Well, I guess you don't have to, but when you do, you're gonna, after it's top stitched, put the lobster clasp on there, and then tack it together. So you could do that later if you want. Are you doing it?
I have it somewhere. I'll do the key ring later because do I have to have it like right this moment? Because I want to go find that that vinyl.
No, you don't need it right now. We're just preparing for later.
But I have your kit, so I do have. I love that this came with the kit, by the way. I love kits. So here's my lobster.
Me too.
Okay, so I have my neck piece ready.
Okay, so what you're going to do is just cut 5 inches off one end.
Just cut 5 inches off?
Cut it
Why
off.
wouldn't we just cut it 5 inches shorter?
Because no, we're going to use this.
Oh, okay.
We need this. We're using both pieces.
All right.
Trust me.
Just thinking, Okay, so cut 5 inches off.
Molly, why don't you show that part on your finished apron? It's all part of the neck strap and making it adjustable.
Oh.
Let me grab or do you have yours? Yeah, Molly's got hers.
Let's see if I can make it so you can see. Yeah, you can see that, right? This part we just cut off is going to go right here.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, I have my apron right here. I guess I should have just looked at it.
So find your square ring, which is actually a rectangle. I don't know why it's called a square ring. Put that on.
Okay, so see on mine, so in case you guys wanted a close up. There it is. Okay, so the rectangle, I got that. And by the way, bye, Cindy. Have a wonderful day. And also, Crystal, just real quick, it's not that you don't need a pressing mat. You need a pressing mat for underneath. You just don't need a pressing cloth on top, just to be clear there. All right, so I've got this piece here, and I put it through. I'm going to bring you closer so you're really big. Okay, I got my piece. I'm following. How could you put it through the thing one more time? Is it just the single one or the double?
It's the
Just
single.
stick it through one end and then double it up.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
she's using the single piece of hardware with the one hole.
Got it. Okay. I had the wrong hole. I got it.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to tack it with the sewing machine, tack it at the top, and
Okay.
then right down here, let's see, right down here, close to your square ring, you're going to want to top stitch as close as you can. Just
Okay.
one top stitch all the way across.
I can handle
And-
that.
Well, let me show you what's next too. So while you're at the sewing machine, you can do them both.
Okay.
Take your long piece, fold under 1 inch. And what I
Okay.
like to do, but I'm not going to do it right now, but I put some fabric glue in there. So this will just stick together
Oh,
and not come apart when I do this next step. This part's confusing. It's going to go up through the tri-glide,
okay.
up through, and then down through the other side.
Oh, this is like when I did the straps for my spaghetti strap tank top. And if you get that wrong, which I did twice, it ends up backwards. Okay, that looks cool.
Okay. I see I got myself confused now. Yeah, that's right. Up and over that center ring, bring
Okay.
it down a little bit. And then you go to the sewing machine and you just make a large rectangle here just to hold it together with an X in the middle.
All right. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine. And can you girls see me okay?
Yeah, I can see the machine.
Okay. So I'm just going to do this and then you follow and make sure that I did this right. So
Okay.
I'm going to bring you a little bit lower. I think you'll see better. So close your eyes if you get seasick.
Delia wants to know if the hardware comes with the pattern. Yes,
It
if you
does.
buy the hard copy.
Yeah.
If you,
Wait, if you buy
yeah.
the hard copy. Okay, so I have this, make sure it's
Uh-huh.
through here, and then I stitch up here and then really close, right?
Exactly.
All right, I can handle that. So I'll probably put this down and maybe put my needle in the left position. And here's a tip for you.
That works.
If you have a problem with your fabric being too bulky, remember that you can push in this black button, which will level your presser foot out, and then you won't have skip stitches if you have a problem with that. I'm
I
just going to
wondered
stitch.
what that black button was for.
Oh my gosh. I remember years ago, I think it was my friend June Mellinger told me what it was for. And it was like that aha moment that, I mean, because we've had that on the machine for how many years, right? Ever? All right. So does that look good, Molly?
It looks great.
Okay. And then this one, you said just fold over the end, just about an inch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have glue. So if I just stitch that, I'll be fine.
Well, it's going to show.
Oh. So
I mean, go ahead if you want to. It'll just.
should I just tuck
No,
it under
No.
I would just tuck it under.
like that?
You could do that. That would be fine.
Will it still fit through here, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's just that if it's flat and you do that rectangle, you won't have as much bulk.
Oh, that's right. So this part here, I could just use glue so it doesn't fray later on, right?
Well, it'll be covered with stitching.
Oh, so it won't matter.
Right.
So I should stitch it then or I shouldn't?
You do not need to.
Okay. So I have this.
I
And,
only do it, I glue it so it won't move.
oh, I gotcha. Okay, we're on the same place.
Okay, go up through the bottom and then down.
And then down.
Everybody's loving the tip about the black button on the foot. I guess a lot of people don't know about it.
It's like your $1 million tip for the day, right?
Worth the
Okay, so now-
listen.
It's like this, right?
Bring those two pieces together. Let me, want me to show you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, do I have it? These together like this?
Yes, and then you're going to sew a big rectangle with an X in it just to hold all that together, and you enclose that raw seam in your rectangle.
Okay, so then does it matter? Do you want this like maybe closer to the edge up here? Don't go down so far. Like maybe is that far enough? Is that okay? Like how far I have that? So 2
as long
inches
as you can get to it with your foot, then you can make it whatever size you want. But
right.
About 2 inches is what works.
Okay, so you want to see something really cool?
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. Come on over. I think you'll be able to see. Maybe. Let me get some of this out of the way. I started cleaning my studio today, and you know what happens? It looks good, most of it, as long as you don't get the wrong corner. I don't know how shiny that is, if you can see this. But on here is directional sewing. So I can actually go forward, backward, sideways without having to move. So here we go. This is my favorite. Okay, let's
learn this.
This is forward, I think. Let's see. I don't know if it'll work with this big bulk of fabric, but we're gonna try. Forward, get to the end, like I'll maybe match up then go to the left. There's left.
Oh my goodness.
You probably have, do you even know? You probably do, I'll bet. What machine do you have?
I have Dream and the Luminaire.
Yeah, it's on both.
I have that feature. I just don't know how to use it.
All right, so everybody watching, how many of you did not realize that you have this on your machine? So let me bring you over. I don't think I can bring you closer to I'll show it to you on the screen later. All right, so then you go to the right.
Yeah.
Everyone's still talking about the black button.
This is where the black button will come in handy, because look at how, when I have this down, see how this foot is up and down? That won't work. You'll have skip stitches. So if I push that button in and then push this down, the foot stays level.
I love that.
All right.
I was amazed by the black button.
Let's go diagonal. There's my box.
Diagonal. Oh my gosh.
And I'll just go back one more time just to secure that. And see how the foot goes crooked? It's kind of wonky. Push in the black button like this. And now let's go diagonal this way. So I just have to ask everyone watching, do you have this feature on your machine? And if you did you even know it? Oh, see, now the black button popped out because my foot was level again. It's my favorite thing. So June, I don't know if you're watching, but that was the best trick you ever taught me. Amongst many others. But
some people are wanting a new machine just for that feature.
Okay, how does that look? Pretty good?
That's great, Angela. I never even thought to use that feature.
Oh yeah, well that's what you have me for. Okay, so I'll show you that feature later, but let me go back so you can tell me what to sew next. Yeah, how fun was that? Carrie, love the black button. Yes. All right, Molly, what's next?
Well, actually, that's all the sewing we need to do for the strap. But later on, or you could do it now. You just take this edge of the one you just sewed, put it through the ring, the square ring right here, bring it around, go up and through the tri-glide again, and then down, and then you have your adjustable strap ready to go. Okay, let me, I have to study the picture every time I put it together.
I know, I'm like watching you.
It's confusing, but the picture really helps. So that doesn't have to be done right now. We could go ahead and do the next sewing step.
Okay, I'm looking at this real quick. So this would go into the apron. This wraps around. Yeah, I'll have to kind of analyze this a little bit. Whoever made this apron for me, they sure did a nice job stitching. Okay, so this would be attached to the apron, this part here. I need another.
Exactly.
So this part will go here, and then this part will go through it.
Right.
If I fall over, I'll never hear the end of this. I'm balancing my leg like this. Oh, got it. Oh, cramp. Okay, got it. I hope I did the right neck piece. Hers is much longer than mine. Oh, well, I'll just have
Maybe
tight.
she wanted hers longer.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Okay, let's go to piece C. That is the waist strip.
Okay, so
It's
I kind of
just-
cheated a little bit on my waist strip. It's supposed to be 72 inches wide, and I didn't have that much fabric. So I'm just like shy a couple inches. You think it's going to matter?
Okay. That won't matter, but we're not doing that one yet. We're
Oh,
doing that's the waist tie strap.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We're doing C. It's just a smaller piece. It's only 5 by 15. Did you cut that one yet?
I did. I have it all. That's the first thing I cut.
Okay. That's just going to be an accent piece that goes right here on the apron, and only a little bit of it's going to show. So all we have to do on this one is, let me double check my instructions so I don't tell you wrong. I mean, oh yeah. Okay. All you have to do is fold it in half, right sides together with the long
Right
edges
side?
touching.
Wrong side together, you mean, or right side?
Right sides together. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
right sides together. And then you're going to stitch a 1/2 inch seam all along there. And once you get your seam done, we want it to be pressed open, and then we're going to turn it. So what I do after I stitch my seam is I finger press, and then I use a roller tool to flatten it out. Then it's going to get turned right side out, and this seam is just going to go on the back like that.
Okay.
That makes sense?
I think so.
Well, let's sew our seam right sides
Okay.
together, and then
So-
we'll go from there.
Right sides, just to be clear, right sides together. So I'm making kind of a tube, right?
Exactly.
And what kind of seam allowance? Jan, I need to buy a lottery.
1/2 a 1/2 inch.
1/2 inch. All right. See? I told you guys probably have that black button on your machine. All right. So I'm going to go sew this a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
Go back to the machine.
I'm going to do mine too, if that's okay.
Sure. That's great. All right. I got to set my machine back to straight stitch. I like to have my needle in the center position. I'm just used to it that way.
Oh, I can't find my screwdriver. Oh, there it is.
I think maybe I jinxed you. I can't find mine either. Amy, I know you're sitting there waiting, and you're probably thinking, "Am I ever going to come on?" I hope you don't have to go back to work.
No, I'm looking, scanning through the questions and all the comments.
All right, so I have this, and I'm going to go press this open. I just have like this little sleeve board. Let me make this out just a little bit. I'll press this open. That means I have to find my turn tool as well. Boy, you're really working on me, Molly.
Well, you need to make one of these. This is the only way we can get you to do it.
All right. This is so much fun. I can hardly wait.
You know, this is like sewing with a bunch of friends.
So what
Everyone's still talking about the black button. They are amazed at the black button on the foot. A 1/2 inch seam allowance. Yes, Valerie. She just stitched a 1/2 inch seam allowance on that waist accent piece.
And then I turn this right side out, right? I press this open.
That's correct. But you want your seam to be right in the center once you press it, not on the side.
Okay,
that
that's
make-
pretty close. Yeah,
Okay.
it's in the center. Close. At least this is wide enough. I don't have to go find my turn tool, because I have no idea where that is right now. You know what, Reen, you gave me the best idea, by the way, recently. I don't know if it was the last time you were on the show, or maybe we were just chatting, where you were using like different storage bins for your tools. Like your place is so organized. Maybe I was just watching your tour of your new studio. And so I had all of those little carts that go down below that have wheels, you know, that are from the art store. And I've been using my labeler and I'm labeling them all with getting so organized I can't find anything.
Yeah, after we moved, it's hard for me to find some things too. I've been looking for a few things and I still can't find them.
All right. I'm flipped.
Wow, I really shouldn't sew in a hurry.
Don't sew over your fingers.
I won't, but I just didn't do very good.
Well, good thing for you, you're not on camera.
Okay, the black people are still asking about that black button. The black button, when you press it in, you lift your foot up, you press it in, you put the foot back down, and it levels the foot out.
Yes, and then you won't have skip stitches. So if you ever sewn jeans, which is going to be one of my next things for fall for a virtual class, because we are doing a couture jacket right now. The jeans is a big one. And that's where you're going over humps or if you've hemmed jeans, stuff like that. Oh gosh, okay. What's next, Molly?
Did you turn yours right side out?
I did, and I pressed it.
Did you turn your waist? Oh, you're just so much faster than me. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
This is going to be so cute.
Show me what you have.
Veronica.
Show me what yours looks like.
Oh, it's like this.
Okay, where's your seam?
In the center, like right here.
Exact. Okay, then you're done with that. That's done. You don't really need to see mine. I'll finish it later. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do piece D, which is the strap. Take my letter off.
Jane, you almost have to video where you put things. So when I ask you where my strap is, I just threw it on the floor, all right? Okay.
We'll try to remember.
What's next?
So you have your tie strap. Find the center.
I'm going to bring you big so I can see this. Okay. Find the center of it. And mine's just a little bit shorter than the 72 inches, but I think that's
no big deal.
All right.
You're
no biggie.
small. So it's going to be folded right sides together.
All right.
But you want to find your center so that you can mark a 2-inch opening right here. Because when we sew this stitch straight across, we're going to leave an opening right here.
Okay.
So
I'm going to just bring mine up here. Hold on a second. So here is my center. Can I just use little snips? That's what I usually like to do for center. And then you said I want a 2-inch opening?
Yeah.
So I could just do snips like about 1 inch down?
Yeah. Or it could even be 3 inches. It's never going to show.
Okay. I'll go. That's actually probably closer to 4 inches, but okie doke. Now what?
That's okay. Now you're just going to stitch a 1/2 inch seam starting at one end all the way down, all the way along here. When you get to your snips, leave an opening and then stitch all the way to the other end.
And then do I stitch down the corner too, or just along the straight edge?
No, we're going to do that a little differently. We're going to do something else.
I know. Giant scissors you have.
You guys are hilarious. What giant scissors you have. All right, I'll go to the sewing machine. Let's see. You guys want to come with me?
Yeah, we sure do.
Angela, St. Anthony, for when you lose something. St. Anthony would probably want to unfriend me at this point today. We're really good friends. All right. Fold my fabric in half with right sides together, right?
Correct.
1/2 inch seam allowance?
Yes.
Molly, April wants to know if she can piece this together. If she doesn't have a long enough piece, can she piece strips together to make it?
That's a good
she sure can. It's just a good idea to have the grain going with the strap so that when it pulls, you're not pulling with the, pulling with the stretch of the fabric. Have your grain going with it.
Look what I did. I actually cut. This is my selvage right here. I just cut right along the selvage, and it's so tiny, and knowing it's a 1/2-inch seam allowance, the selvage will just be inside of that. So I didn't waste that.
Awesome.
Brenda wants to know if these pieces are interfaced.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, I answered. I know. Well, let me see if I can- I'm going to find my snips. Okay, here's one snip. And then there's the other. All right, right. Must be right by your phone, because I know the machine you're on, and that machine is not that loud.
I'm sorry. It's my earbuds. I just want to be able to. I want to be able to show you what to do.
Good. I like the sound effects. All right, I have my. Reen is just supervising.
Yep, I'm still scanning questions. Everyone's
Thank you,
talking
Reen.
about scissors.
Control.
Lynn is on her lunch break watching. And yes, tomorrow we'll be doing stitching the scissor case. Tomorrow, get your stuff ready for that. Sharon says Angela could mow her yard with those scissors.
Hey, don't tell Lynn that. You know what'll happen. He already took one of my pairs and used it on the boat. He'll be out there mowing with those if you tell him that. All right, so I got my finished.
Okay.
So basically what you've made is the long strap, and then the accent strip that Molly was talking about is like the blue on mine.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. Wait, let me bring it bigger. That's really cute. All right,
You
Molly,
ready?
what do you, yeah, let me see.
Okay, we're going to do the ends right now. We're going to just open up like this with your seam on the top.
Okay.
And then we are going to take a ruler and draw a straight line or a diagonal line. It just depends on how you want the end of your strap to end up looking.
Okay.
So here's how I like to do mine: diagonal. Doesn't even have to be perfect. And then we're going to stitch across here, trim off what's left over, trim these clip these corners to remove the bulk. Do that on both ends. And once you've done that, we're going to turn it through that opening we left in the center. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's super easy. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're almost. Hi, Amy. I see you down there. Amy, give me thumbs up. Tell me that you don't have to leave to go to lunch. I'm bringing you up here for a second. I'm bringing you on the screen for.
Okay.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing? All of a sudden, I didn't realize it was going to take so long to sew. Tell me you don't have to leave for lunch.
That's okay. Nope, you're fine.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to. You can help answer questions with Reen.
Okay.
Everyone, you haven't met Amy before. This is Amy. I know you've seen her beautiful clothes all over my group, and I'm so excited to everyone to meet you. So, all right, I'm going to go. Let's see. Nobody's on mute, so watch what y'all say, okay?
Okay.
Someone asked a question, Molly, if she has to piece her waist strap together, where's the best place to piece it together? In the middle, or what do you suggest?
Well, it will show. I would probably do it somewhere that you can hide it, maybe along each, maybe piece it here and here, and you could add an embellishment to cover it. Or if you do it in the center, put an embellishment on top of it, or just do it in several places so that it looks like you wanted to do it that way.
Right, or maybe right at the edge of the front of the apron.
Yeah.
Where your arms might cover it.
Yeah. wherever you do it, make it look like that's how you meant to do it. And no one will ever know that any different.
All right, Molly, I'm bringing all of you girls up here. Molly, show that thing again where you were showing on she couldn't see where you were pointing on that.
For where the piece you're tie together?
Yeah.
Or these? If you're going to piece it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would do it right in the center if you're going to embellish on top of it, because the seam will show. Or right at the edges, right here. Where it won't be as noticeable, because the seam will show.
All right, so I have mine finished. Oops, wrong camera. Here I am. And I'm just going to snip off these edges with my small scissors.
I have a question, Molly.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you just, when you were stitching the big long seam, why didn't you just stitch the ends at that point?
Because
you wanted it in the center.
This seam, yeah, I wanted that to be in the center when you sew it on. And also, I guess you could have done it that way. I just wanted the seam to be as flat as possible. And if I had it in the center, it was good.
No, I meant the ends.
Because then you have this in there. You want your seam allowance in the center. So that would have been at one of the ends, which would have been thick.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. All right, Molly.
This opening to be hidden.
Turn her right side out. And then am I done? Woo, woo.
Yeah, once you turn it right side out, you press it, and you're done with all 4 of those pieces.
Oh.
That looks so cute.
This is so cute, isn't it? All right, I'll turn it and press it. So Molly, that's awesome. So the steps for everyone that's sewing along, that's all you have to do today.
Yep. Angela, I need to duck out for a moment. Can you bring me back up in a couple minutes?
Surely.
Thank you.
I will. You're welcome. While I'm turning this, welcome, Amy. Nice to see you on here.
Hi, nice to see everybody too.
So Wolfpack, say hi to Amy. Your outfit, I brought your photos up, is so cute. So you won a really cool thing on Pattern Review. Oh, you have the dress. You have it behind you.
I do have it behind me.
The pantsuit. Let me see if I can bring up the photos. So you guys can see the before and after. And then I'll talk about other things. But this was like so cool. See if I'll share my screen real quick with you guys.
Cool. I have some family members on today.
You do?
I have 2 sisters, Peggy and Joanne are here, and daughter Mackenzie. So,
hi guys. So Amy lives on not too far from me, like an hour and a half maybe, or if that. One of these days we are going to get together at Fields Fabrics, no affiliation of brother, of course, but Fields Fabrics to go shopping.
Yes, and I saw some things from Grand Rapids earlier on the comment list. So we should have a Wolfpack, Michigan meetup.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would say meet at my studio, but I'd rather go shopping for fabric. Not that I need it more, but all right, Molly or Amy, I'm going to bring this up so they can see the before. I think I have it. Here we go. Okay, here's the before. This is like so. Not that this wasn't a flattering dress by any means, but
it was nothing special.
Was it one of yours, or did you get it at a thrift shop?
I think I bought it at a thrift store a couple years ago, but not with the intention of refashioning it. I actually was thinking that I was going to wear it with maybe a cute wide belt or some boots or something for winter, but I never did. And I saw that Pattern Review is having this sustainability contest. And I thought, oh man, that's right up my alley. For those of you who know me, know that I love to take old stuff or big stuff or just things that I don't wear anymore and make them into something else. So I took the dress out of my closet and stared at it for a few days, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And thought about doing a shorter dress or something kind of cute. But the contest rules said you have to use at least like 90% of all the fabric.
Oh, really?
So yeah, to be sustainable. So I was like, oh man. So I knew I had to do something long. So I decided on a jeans jumpsuit. And it turned out really, really cute. You probably have the picture, but here it is too. I don't know if you can see the whole thing all in one shot, but here's the top.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm gonna make
yeah, the pants part, I made them like a boyfriend cut, a little bit looser, and then for the hem, instead of a normal hem, I just turned it up twice and did a top stitching there. So it's just cute. So
that's really cute.
Yeah, a little bit how I did it, if you want.
Yeah, I want to see. I'm gonna bring your full photo so everyone can see the full photo real quick.
Awesome.
There is the full photo, so you guys can see the styling, which I love.
Looks adorable on her too.
I know. She always looks cute in all the outfits she makes. I love the waist. So so tell us how we did it, because I'm curious to know if you added a waistband or what you added in there.
Kind of by accident. So this part was pretty simple. Like I just cut it to where I knew where I want my waist. I cut the long sleeves off and made them into the belt. So I cut each long sleeve piece in half. So I had 4 pieces and sewed them all together different places. And then I just sewed them and made turned them inside out and then made a loop for it. So the belt is the sleeves.
What a great idea. I was wondering where you got that long belt. Where'd the fabric?
Yeah, that's the sleeves. And then for the armbands, I just used bias binding in there.
Oh, perfect.
So that was pretty easy. The skirt part, that's where it gets interesting. And I'll try to show you what I did, and then I'll show you the mistakes that I made. So if you do it, you won't make the same ones.
Oh, we love mistakes.
My bloopers is what I'm going to call it. So imagine I cut the skirt off in half. Imagine that this is the skirt laid out.
Okay.
So the middle part is the buttons. So I cut those off. And then these lines here, the skirt actually had top stitching down the middle of it, which you can probably see on the jeans. Whoa, over. So the skirt had top stitching on there. So I knew I wanted to have the top stitching in the middle of my leg on the front and the back. So the way I did this, I didn't know how to do it. So I watched a ton of YouTube videos just to get an idea of how to turn a dress into pants, and thought, all right, this can't be that hard. I can do this. Yeah. So I took a pair of my favorite fitting jeans.
Oh.
And used them to outline. So the front outline, and then you flip it over, and then you're going to outline this side. So for the inseam part, I just added about 1/2 inch to 1 inch as I drew it down on the fabric.
For the seam allowance?
Here. So seam, go ahead.
Those are cute jeans. So you added 1/2 inch for the seam allowance? Is that what you added it for?
I added about 1 inch seam allowance around the waist part, and then here. And then I added about 1.5 inch seam allowance coming down the leg, because I knew I wanted them to be baggier.
Okay.
And to make sure that it's easier to go in. To make them too big and then go in, then does not make it big enough. Because once you cut all this, there's no turning back, right?
That's
So I had this skirt. I cut the skirt in half. In the middle, the front and the back middle. So there was 2 pieces. And I'm not an artist, so bear with me. So now each piece of my skirt. So the front and back of this side, the front and back on that side. And this is how I laid the jeans out on the skirt.
Perfect.
And then,
by the way, your sketches are pretty good.
not bad, I guess. So that worked pretty well. My mistake was I used jeans that are a mid-rise.
Oh.
And so if I was to attach the jeans where they were going to come, like to where I cut the bodice part, I'm high-waisted. Like it wouldn't have worked. It would have been too tight on the crotch area.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to do this, add some more inches to your waist on the jeans when you're cutting it, or find some jeans that are high-waisted that you know are going to match.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I recovered from that because I had extra fabric. So I actually did have to, if you can see on here, I did have to create another waistband right in here. Like,
oh yeah, you can hardly see it though.
yeah, you can hardly see it. So I had to create a waistband to attach on to where I made the jeans and then attach it to the bodice. So it totally worked and it's totally fine. It looks like I meant to do it, which is cool.
Well, and I would, what we call those fashion, creative elements. That's, I think, is what we call them.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to do. So that works. And then for the fly, instead of doing a zipper, I did 2 denim buttons down here. So they don't quite match the denim buttons that were on here, but pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And blooper number 2 is, I guess I don't have a lot of practice putting in denim buttons. And I hit it with a hammer and I hit it too. So the coming out the top.
Okay, now I would have never noticed that, but I've done it before. That's why I was laughing, because that's the first thing I looked for.
So I had to file that down. So if you're doing jeans buttons, you don't have to hit them too hard with the hammer. They'll go right in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. But otherwise, I love it. I can't wait to wear it. I have labels with my name on it, so I put my label on there. Super cute.
Very cute.
And I entered the contest. I had no expectations of winning or anything, but whoever voted, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, hopefully the whole wolf pack got in there to hang out with you. Supporting you. Oh, Molly's back too. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
So, Amy, you have more things behind you too. I'm reading all these comments. Someone said there's a top behind you that looks like it's lace. Cute. Oh, they're asking about the top you're wearing.
Oh, this is the ruche tee.
Oh, yes.
I did the twisted collar. And
I love that fabric.
I made a ruffle sleeve for it.
Very cute.
A little fun. So that was fun. What's behind me? Oh, so this is a dress that I'm working on. This is what you guys see.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a sample bodice of the dress that I'm making for my friend. So I decided just to make a dress for myself with it. It's black chiffon with fuchsia lining.
Ooh.
And the belt is Amazon, and then the skirt is just, it's not done, but just like a rayon crepey kind of fabric. So I have nowhere to wear something like this fancy, but it's going to look really cool in my closet.
I've got a few of those.
Yeah.
I didn't see who that was. Someone wanted to know where you got your labels from.
Wonder label.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
By the way, I just finished I turned it and I haven't pressed it. I've been doing this while you've been talking. Looks pretty good, Molly, don't you say? Wouldn't you say?
I would say.
So, Amy, could you just tell us just a little bit about yourself? Because I think a lot of people here only see you sewing, but you actually have a full-time job.
I do have a full-time job. So we live in Marne, Michigan, my husband and I, and our silly dog. I am a financial advisor. It has been pretty interesting over the past couple months. It's fun work. I enjoy it. I like the retirement planning side of it. And I've been doing that for, 20-something years. And I started sewing about 4 years ago after watching Project Runway quite a lot. And just got motivated by the creativity on that show and thought, all right, I'm going to buy myself a sewing machine. And if it's something that I can do, great. If I don't have a talent for it, then, whatever, I tried. And so it definitely turned into a huge passion of mine. Upgraded my machine, got a serger, got the embroidery machine, and it just had a blast learning and trying different things.
That's awesome. Well, by the way, you did pass the test. For sure.
I think it's going to stick.
That's hilarious.
So it's As you all know, it's fun. It's just a great thing to be able to do.
That's cool. Well, I know that when you've posted photos of pretty much every one of my patterns, everybody starts sewing them. So I think you're contagious. Your creativity is contagious, I would say.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being friends with everyone on here, and it's just a wonderful group. So
Yes, and I'm so glad you could come on, and hi to your sisters and mom too.
I know, Peggy and Joanne and Mackenzie. So Mackenzie's your newest member of the Wolf Pack.
Hey, Mackenzie, welcome. I'm just clicking off something here. Yes. I love this software because you can actually block people. Not that we would have to do that. Every once in a while. Okay, so Arnell says, so about 10 people was laughing about your outfit that you said it'll look good in the closet. I think that's hilarious. There she is.
Dave will have to take me on a date.
Very fun. So what are you sewing next? I'm sewing the apron all week, but and then next week I have to figure out something to do with those quilt blocks. And I have a question for you guys. I'll go get it. Hold on a second. I don't know if you saw that. Amy, do you quilt?
No, I don't.
Reen, Molly, do you quilt?
Only in the
A
hoop.
little bit.
My sister Joanne does.
So this is what I made a couple weeks ago with Mr. Domestic's guidance. And I have to figure out how to use this pattern in a garment. So I was debating between a knit and having like a stripe down my leggings or doing different colored denim. And your outfit makes me think of this, doing different colored denim and doing like a short skirt for the boat.
Oh, that would be cute.
What do you think, knit or denim?
Denim.
Denim.
It's unanimous. Fantastic. All right. Well, Amy, thank you for coming on. Reen,
Thank you for having me.
And supervising us today. Molly, thank you for teaching me how to sew an apron. This has been a lot of fun. Tomorrow,
My pleasure.
we are sewing more. Let's see, what is tomorrow's schedule? Tomorrow, we have Reen that's going to do the zipper case. You can go to angelawolf.com and download the file. If you just scroll to the bottom of the blog post, there's a link. She has it all in a Dropbox for you. That is going to be really cute. Oh, wait a minute. I just heard the mailman. Hold on a sec. I want to see. Hold on a minute.
It could be your little scissor case coming. I mailed it. I think it was supposed to come tomorrow, though. Mail is taking so much longer these days.
Hey, squirrel. I got a package from Reen.
There it is. There's your little scissor case.
How exciting.
I love it when I don't have to sew the project myself. I'm just teasing. Oh, look. How cute is this?
Cute.
I have to tell you, these measuring tape ideas to use as little tags is brilliant.
And I got a bunch of them from KC. She gave me a whole bunch of different colored ones that are really fun.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Oh, you did the, look at the quilting on that. That's cool.
It's right out of the machine.
Whew, love it. Thanks, Reen.
You're welcome.
You're the best. Now I have two. Actually, I just realized they match.
Oh,
And I didn't do that on purpose or anything.
All right. So tomorrow we are on at 4:00. Oh, there's Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. And oh, by the way, I think yesterday, where did you go? I just saw you on here. I was going to bring you up here. Rhonda, one of your designs that you showed, Molly, came from Rhonda, didn't it? Somebody was asking me about that.
the
Go,
applique.
Rhonda. I just saw you. Oh, Melissa, how do you get to the Facebook Live? You can go to brothersews.com, or today it's on my page. And I don't know where Rhonda went. I saw her flash through in a quick second.
That sounds about right.
Appliques.
Yeah,
On my
everyone's saying denim. So, Amy, since you like refashioning, I have a question for you. So, next week is quilting. The week after is Refashion Week. And
Okay.
Laura Piper is going to be on there we're going to do a refashion challenge. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
Okay, I'll keep you posted what it is.
Okay.
And so we're going to all show our beginning outfits, and then we're going to show the ending outfits.
Okay. That sounds great.
And hopefully, like we'll get like a day to sew, something like that. A real challenge, a project runway challenge.
All right, I have a couple of ideas already.
Awesome. All right, everyone. We'll have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. And girls, thanks for joining me today. And I'm going to be so excited. Oh, by the way, Molly, what else do I have to cut before tomorrow? The rest of the pieces?
That would be good. Just cut them all, Angela.
I'll be all
But
ready.
tomorrow for sure. We're doing the business pocket tomorrow and putting the binder on that lower pocket for sure. So at least get those done.
All right, I'm on it.
You have homework.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I
Bye.
will see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.